In a blur of flashing headlines, the world's tech press erupts, AI boom accelerates, data center wars heat up, global giants scout new frontiers. Each tag underscores a simple truth: artificial intelligence is no longer a niche experiment, it's the engine driving the next wave of infrastructure investment, and the race to host it is already underway. Consider this: worldwide spending on AI-focused data centers is projected to surpass $500 billion by 2027, a figure that dwarfs today's cloud infrastructure budgets. India alone is expected to contribute roughly 12% of that total, driven by a surge in local AI startups, government incentives, and the country's massive talent pool. This growth curve signals where the next hardware battleground will be drawn. Meta just signed its first AI data center deal in India. Here's why you should care. Partnering with Reliance Jio, the facility will be built in Navi Mumbai and deliver over 100 megawatts of dedicated AI compute power. It marks Meta's strategic foothold in a high-growth market, lowers latency for South Asian users, and accelerates the rollout of next-gen generative AI services across the region. Meta and Reliance Jio have signed a multi-year agreement to build a dedicated AI data center in Navi Mumbai. The deal calls for an initial investment of roughly $800 million, which will fund a facility capable of delivering more than 100 megawatts of power, enough to run tens of thousands of high-end GPU servers non-stop. Construction is slated to begin in early 2025, with the first phase, about 30 megawatts of compute, expected to go live by late 2025. The full 100 megawatts build-out should be operational by mid-2026. Allowing Meta to ramp up AI workloads gradually while Reliance handles power, cooling and physical security under a shared services model. The facility will primarily train Meta's next-generation large language models. Think of teaching a student to read millions of books in weeks, and run inference for generative AI features like real-time video translation and personalized recommendations. By keeping the heavy compute local, latency drops from hundreds of milliseconds to under 50 milliseconds for users across India and Southeast Asia. Choosing India lets Meta tap Reliance's extensive fiber footprint and renewable energy commitments, cutting both operating costs and carbon footprint. The partnership also aligns with India's push for sovereign AI infrastructure, giving Meta a foothold to serve a market of over 650 million internet users while complying with local data localization rules. India produces over 1.5 million engineering graduates each year, feeding a developer base that now ranks second globally behind only the United States. AI-focused talent is expanding at roughly 30% year over year, and salary levels remain competitive compared to Western markets. This deep, growing pool gives Meta the skilled workforce needed to build, operate, and innovate within its new AI data center. India's renewable energy push aims for 450 gigawatts of clean power by 2030, with solar tariffs already dipping below 3 cents per kilowatt-hour in many states. Both central and state governments offer subsidies, tax holidays, and green energy credits specifically for data center projects. Reliance Jio's own solar commitments further lower operating costs, making the facility not only powerful but also environmentally responsible. Regulatory hurdles have eased as India introduces policies tailored to attract high-tech investment. Data localization rules now carve out exemptions for AI research and development, while the production-linked incentive scheme extends to electronics and server manufacturing. With 100% FDI permitted in telecom, a streamlined single-window clearance system, and improved ease of doing business rankings, Meta can move from groundbreaking to operation faster than in many comparable markets. India's digital consumer base is massive and rapidly maturing. Over 650 million people are online, making it the world's second-largest internet market after China. Smartphone penetration exceeds 75%, and the AI services market is projected to surpass $10 billion by 2026. Expanding enterprise cloud adoption and a rising middle class eager for digital experiences create a ready-made demand for the low-latency, high-performance workloads Meta's new facility will deliver. With Meta's new 100-megawatt AI hub in Navi Mumbai, inference traffic from India and Southeast Asia can travel shorter paths, cutting round-trip latency from roughly 200 milliseconds to under 50 milliseconds for most users. That improvement translates into faster response times for real-time translation, gaming AI, and personalized feeds, directly boosting user engagement and opening doors for latency-sensitive applications. Training frontier models demands massive parallel compute, and the 100 megawatts facility can host tens of thousands of next-gen GPUs, enabling Meta to experiment with parameter counts that were previously impractical. Think models in the 1 to 2 trillion range. Hypothetically, such scale could reduce training time for a trillion-parameter language model from months to weeks, accelerating research cycles and allowing rapid iteration on multimodal vision language systems. The move is already prompting competitors to reassess their Asian footprints. Analysts note that Google and Amazon have begun scouting sites in Chennai and Hyderabad for similar AI-focused campuses, while Microsoft is expanding its existing Hyderabad region with additional GPU clusters. If each hyperscaler adds another 50100 MW, the regional AI data center capacity could double within 2 years, sparking a new wave of infrastructure investment driven by Meta's lead. According to a hypothetical quote from an industry analyst, Meta's India AI hub could lower the cost of running inference for regional apps by up to 40%, making advanced AI features economically viable for small and medium enterprises. This cost advantage, combined with lower latency, could accelerate adoption of AI-powered chatbots, recommendation engines, and localized content creation across the subcontinent. For developers, Meta's India AI Hub means lower latency access to massive GPU clusters, enabling faster iteration on AI models that serve Indian users. You can now prototype real-time language translation, computer vision, or recommendation engines with response times under 50 milliseconds, and tap Meta's open-source libraries to accelerate deployment without building your own infrastructure. Entrepreneurs gain a cost-effective platform to launch AI-powered products in a market of 650 million-plus internet users. With inference costs projected to drop up to 40% and data localization compliance built in, you can offer localized chatbots, personalized content, or AI-driven SaaS at scale while keeping operating expenses manageable and meeting regulatory expectations. Consumers will experience faster, more responsive AI features, like instant video translation, smarter voice assistants, and hyper-personalized feeds, because the compute happens closer to home. Data staying within India also strengthens privacy safeguards, while localized AI models better understand regional languages, dialects, and cultural nuances, delivering a richer, more relevant digital experience. Stay ahead of the curve. Watch for Meta's upcoming announcements on model releases, developer toolkits, and partnership programs tied to this new hub. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and keep diving deep with us for the latest tech insights that shape tomorrow's innovation.